Today I'm watching Angel Season 2, Episode 11, Episode 10, and even 9 were both crazy episodes. At the end of the last episode, we saw Angel basically lock the doors and throw away the key on Wolfram and Hart as Drusilla and Darla just massacred the entire group, basically, and now they're still out there somewhere. Angel basically just walked away and let them have their destruction. So I'm very worried to see where Darla and Drusilla will be now in the city, what chaos they'll be creating. And we also saw Angel fire Cordelia, Wesley, and Gunn from the company. So what does that look like? I'm cautiously optimistic that he just had a bad moment and has changed his mind. Who knows? Because I can't imagine him doing this without them. They need Cordelia's visions. Also, he's been very brooding, more than usual, since Darla's been back, basically, and going through this whole ordeal with her, watching her get turned into a vampire again, trying to save her through the trials. It's just been a lot for him recently, so I feel like he's pushing people away when he needs them the most. I'm very curious to see what this episode will be. I'm hoping it kind of picks up right where the last episode left off and we don't have, you know, a Monster of the Week episode or anything like that. I'm really enjoying the season so far. For spin-offs, you know, I'm usually pretty skeptical, but I feel like Angel has broken that stereotype and is doing a really great job of carrying this story on its own. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
What just happened?
Okay, great. Right where we left off.
What just happened here?
And yeah, he meant it, I guess. Yeah.
Let's keep a level head, shall we? Angel's not been himself lately. Perhaps he'll change his mind.
That's what I'm hoping.
20 lawyers in a room with a couple of psychotic vampires. I'd say his mind's changed enough.
Yeah, he's definitely out of character.
About Darla. One thing you can say about Angel, at least he's consistent. It's always some little blonde driving him over the edge.
Oh my. How do you really feel?
No skin off my nose.
Well, my nose skin is angry. And hurt. And...
Disappointed?
Yeah, Gunn was relatively new to this operation, but these two have been around for a long time, obviously.
But maybe he needs to be alone right now. And the best thing we can do for him is to let him be.
I'm very worried of what that's going to lead to, if he's alone with his own thoughts. And just having them all three walk off in separate directions, that's sad. Yeah, Darla's definitely had an effect on him. I think there's no way denying that. Like, he cares about her so much. Oh, and now he's burning her pictures. Okay, cool. Maybe he's had a change of heart. Or he just doesn't want to remember her anymore. I don't know. The entrance looks like an angry face with those, like, two red lights, and the gate kind of looked like a mouth. Ooh.
I spent sleeping in soft beds, living in a world where I don't belong.
Is he doing a workout montage? Is that what we got going on right now? Oh god. Just the aftermath of this literal bloodbath. And the irony of it being called the tasting. Ugh. I feel like Lindsay's still alive. Yep. I also feel like he might not be human.
You're in shock. You need to see a doctor. I'm the only one left.
I thought they'd keep one around. The Wolfram and Hart storyline had been too intense for it to just end like that. And Lila.
You're on a mission to protect the innocent. You can't fire someone on a mission. What did he say exactly?
You're fired.
Pretty straightforward, yeah.
Was.
You're a renowned specialist in supernatural aid and rescue.
Rogue Demon Hunter, I thought we were going with.
Union. My father always used union conjurers.
I didn't know that.
Oh, wizard community is very progressive.
Tried to sacrifice you to the goddess Yeska.
Yeah, you might want to rethink that.
Being made a vampire again and hooking up with Drusilla, and the three of them have a very tangled past.
To say the least. Cheese and rice.
Down, and he doesn't want anyone in his way.
Well, his loss is the world's gain. You'll get another job just like that.
She's so supportive. Will he be a watcher again?
I don't have that luxury.
Oh my god. He's not messing around. I love this hotel set. So cool. Smiley forever?
And when I do, I'll be right up close. I'll bring the fight to them.
He loves a slow-mo walking shot towards camera. Yes. Okay, here we go.
Fine. Indulge your denial. But don't doubt for a minute someone's gonna pay Lindsay. And we're the only ones left.
Yeah, I feel like it was Darla who spared Lindsay. I don't know how Lila made it out.
Not the only ones.
Lindsay.
There they are. Yeah, exactly.
Sweet pea. If we wanted you dead, you'd have never made it out of the wine cellar.
Exactly, they had their chance. You were locked up without a key, so...
I'll close the door.
But I am curious as to why they kept these two alive.
Shut up, Lila. Shh. You. In any case, that's why you're here.
So she can be the puppet master and they'll be at the top of the pyramid.
The senior partners are looking for someone to blame for your massacre.
But surely they wouldn't kill the both of you.
Wow, 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 wow. She's like, I don't care who it is, but one of you is gonna help us.
All in good time, my love. All in good time.
If he doesn't get to you first, yeah. Okay, interesting. I knew there had to be a reason she kept them alive, but that's terrifying, because now she's gonna have even more power and her horrible, horrible vampire ways.
Greasy, but this was like Christmas.
Oh, slow-mo punch. Oh, gosh. Oh, good night. It's just practice. He needs to, you know, warm up before he takes on Drusilla and Darla. Ooh, spin move. Okay. He's like, not my jacket, no! Whoa, nice.
I'm ready.
Would there be blood on the sword?
The moves. Now I need to know what theirs are.
He's got the moves, but not the jacket. Yeah, he's like, I just need a trial run, see how I do before I face the real opponents. Wesley's like, good lord, what if I walked into a...
Thank you, thank you. Okay, we'll take a little break and see who wants to come up and sing next.
I'm obsessed with this karaoke bar. This guy.
I must admit I'm somewhat embarrassed.
How do you think I feel?
And Gunn's there too, of course. Little reunion.
Hope he's happy now. All alone in his demon world with no one to talk to.
I'll talk!
Ooh, demon dunk. Haven't seen that in a minute.
But I'm telling you, man, I don't know.
Some weird form of water torture. Yeah, oh my gosh.
Rocks off you. Sick.
And like, again, I know I say it every episode, but the makeup looks so cool. Like the detail that goes into that.
Looking for demons to join some crew they're running. That's all I know, man. I swear.
Of course, they're starting a demon army.
Okay. Hey. All right, man. Hey, you're gonna cut me down, right?
He's just gonna leave him there.
Be hanging here, man. Hey.
As he spins away.
Vampires.
But yeah, like the detail and not to have it come off when it's dunked in the water, so cool.
We're new in town, though some of you know us by reputation.
I ain't never heard of you before.
Oh my god! Ripped off his freaking ears. Cheese and rice, that gave me like Peaky Blinders flashbacks. Ha!
Devastation, but revel in it. Our crusade is one of malevolent joy.
As Drusilla's gonna notice.
Please you,
sees what you were, you'll never be alone again.
Stop.
That's what Angel said to him, to her.
Tonight, here at this address. Winners will have the opportunity to foment mass destruction. Losers will be guided and left for dead.
Seems fair. Yeah, seems like a rational, way to recruit people. Yep.
I'm not ready.
Angel.
And I can still feel her.
He said he was ready. Yeah, now obviously getting that close.
Are you in?
I don't think this plan's gonna work. Oh, Lindsay. Wearing a wire.
Making him feel guilty about it. You shamed him into firing us.
You blaming this on me?
Yeah, Cordelia just wants somebody to blame.
Coming from Mr. I don't take orders now. Where do I stick my axe?
What is that supposed to mean?
Well,
isn't there still a prophecy that he's supposed to be killed off? What's going on with that?
well, how is a man supposed to run a business if his employees won't follow directives?
Was one of his directives hire pansy-ass British guy?
Oh, my. Good defense.
Can I have someone bring you kids another round?
Yes!
They're just commiserating, yeah.
Ass pansy!
You two are driving me buggy. All this talk about this is your fault, this is his fault. You two
They're just going in circles and blaming each other, yeah. And then a couple beers later, they're all best buds again. Great song.
You know what's really, really evil? Tequila.
That's a fact. It's a known fact for sure. Yeah, it's the most evil of all alcohols. Oh, got us a lot of shots.
I mean mine. Although props for singing your little hearts out.
Yeah. Our hearts were out.
Drunk Cordelia.
We fought the urge to regurgitate.
So spill already, not you.
Glad she clarified, yeah.
When the big guys talk, I shut my yap. And they're about to get real chatty.
Oh, I was wondering what he was doing with his coat. Oh my god. Oh, that's horrible. I can see your insides. Oh, no.
What'd you see?
Drunk vision? That can't be good. Was that like a spindle from a staircase, it looked like?
Angel's walked away from his duty. We're not going to.
Yeah, these three now have to kind of pick up the slack and figure this out on their own, because, yeah, Cordelia's still getting visions, obviously.
But why is everybody trying to make this about Angel? I mean, for God's sake, can't a woman wreak a little havoc without there being a man involved?
It's a simple thing to ask, you know.
Be here right now helping me burn this city to the ground. This is his job I'm doing. But where is he? Probably flogging himself in a church somewhere.
Oh my.
Star music. That's nice, Drew. Now hurry up. We can't be late.
Yeah, Darla wants Angel to be vampire, Angel us, and Angel wants Darla to be human, so it's interesting to see that comparison. And like I said, maybe Angel was hoping he'd become human again one day, that prophecy that we haven't heard much about. Round 2 of training. Oh, these guys look particularly nasty. Ugh. That looks like the blade that Buffy had as well.
Get her out of there.
Oh, bonked him. Excellent bonk, Wesley. Oh, God, that's gonna break something. Oh, right through the skull.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm fine, it's just... We should go before I pass out.
He's like, actually, now that you mention it.
This thing nearly ripped us to shreds.
Yeah, but out of everybody here, which one of us is the dead one?
She does have a point. Yeah, it's interesting that these three, fighting demons on their own and kind of trying to do their best, obviously, without Angel. And Angel showed up and killed them all, I'm guessing. Oh, God, that's an arm. Cheese and crackers. Haha. Is he just smoking in the corner? What's going on? Since when does he smoke?
Angel.
I don't think he's talked this episode. We've heard the voiceover, but I don't think he's said a word, which has been interesting. Oh, that makes more sense now why we was smoking. Oh my god. Oh! Graphic. Oh my god, Angel. He said it wasn't ready to fight, so what does he do? Sets them on fire. Holy cheese balls. That's a lot to think about. Break the fire hydrant open. Oh my god, vampire on fire. Don't look, Vinny. Oh my gosh. What the heck? That was a crazy setup. Come here, my boy. Oh my gosh. I think that's the second time he's trying to burn Drusilla.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts.
That was crazy. Oh my god. Great question. Who is he becoming now? If he's not Angel and he's not Angelus, who does that leave left? Oh my god. No expression, no trying to talk to Darla, nothing. Just as soon as they walk in, what the f— man, something's loose up there, man.
Acting co-vice presidents until such time as we see fit to narrow it down.
Well, that's horrifying. Okay, so they both get it. Interesting.
Congratulations. This is a big step. The senior partners will be watching you.
Yeah, their competition makes them work better, and whoever screws up the most, I guess, will be removed, shall we say.
I thought you might like to know we're keeping the agency open.
Okay. Bold move to tell the boss.
You may have turned your back on your mission, but we haven't. Someone has to fight the good fight.
Go Wesley. I can't see him saying that, you know, in the season 1 or even like beginning of season 2. He's definitely getting more confident, and he's like, you know what, we're gonna focus on what we gotta do, and you take your moment to figure out your stuff, basically.
Someone has to fight the war.
Yeah, we know his goal is obviously Darla and Drusilla, and not much else. So that was my first time watching Angel, season 2, episode 11. Unfortunately, Angel meant it when he fired Cordelia, Wesley, and Gunn. They were definitely out on their own, and it was heartbreaking to see them with their boxes of stuff, you know, heading off in 3 different directions. I didn't know what that meant. If they were ever going to see each other again, what was going to happen, and obviously we see what happens in the episode, but it was very disheartening to see, especially Cordelia and Wesley. I don't imagine they hang out a ton outside of work, because this feels like a job that fills up most of your time already, but still, just to have them not be in contact with each other seemed so strange, and obviously is crucial to the show as Cordelia gets these visions. That's the whole formula that we follow. Angel was definitely on his own path, and it was interesting to see Darla mention that's not Angel, that's not Angelus, basically, like, this is somebody new, and I agree, he's definitely changed, and it isn't the Angel we've known and seen, you know, previously, and he hasn't gone fully, you know, completely off the rails and become Angelus. He still has his soul, but he's just doesn't care anymore. Like I said, I feel like his compassion is gone now, and he's not really interested in helping people. His whole goal is now trying to stop Drusilla and Darla. And honestly, it feels like he's just heartbroken. Like, it feels like he's gone through the worst breakup of his life, basically, and is just in revenge mode and just can't see anything else, and is so blindsided by this goal and literally obsessed, as they said numerous times throughout the episode, that he's completely obsessed with her, and they're right. He spends the whole episode, you know, training and fighting, and takes out that one group in the sewer, and then takes out the group that they're planning to recruit for this horrifying demon army that I'm very worried about. And then just to see him so focused, I don't think he was sleeping, I don't think he was eating, he wasn't doing anything else. He was literally just focused solely on this one goal of trying to take out Darla and Drusilla, and he's burning Darla's pictures. And again, it's interesting to see where we were a few episodes ago, where he was so focused on trying to save Darla, and now that that's not an option, he's completely, you know, gone 180, and he's trying to kill Darla as quickly as possible. And he sets them on fire. Like, oh my god, just like the look in his eye. And at first I was more thrown off on why he'd be smoking. Not that it affects his health, obviously, because he's a vampire, but we've never seen him smoke before, and he's just sitting in the corner against his car, smoking. And then it pans down, obviously, to the trail of gasoline that's leading directly to Drusilla and Darla. And before they have a chance to run away, they are very quickly caught on fire, and it's horrifying. They are able to run out of the building and get the fire extinguisher on them, and then still in huge amounts of pain, obviously, but alive. And I imagine Angel knows that they're still alive, but just to put them through this, and he doesn't even fight them. Like, he's been training and doing all these physical, you know, combat and his boxing routine, and he's doing all this physical training, but that was in no way fighting them physically. That was having the advantage and the element of surprise, basically, and lighting a match and watching them burn. Like, that, to me, wasn't fighting. That was setting a trap and watching them walk into the trap. Which obviously was effective, but he didn't need to spend, you know, 6 hours a day working out or whatever he was doing if all his plan was to light a match. And he kills all of the demons there, and I'm still worried that they're going to recruit at some point, obviously. And Drusilla notices when Angel's there and can smell him and sense that he's there. Darla instantly changes and is trying to find him, and it's such an interesting dynamic because she wants to be with him as a vampire, and he wants her to be a human again. And obviously that's not going to happen either way. She was a human temporarily, and now she's a vampire again, and we hear Darla pining over the days of when they used to go create chaos all over town and just wreak havoc on everything, and she misses those days. She misses having that buddy. And even when she's at the bar, you know, in the previous episode, trying to get that guy to turn her into a vampire, she's like, hey, it's so great, you know, you have someone with you, you're not alone. And to hear Drusilla say the words that Angel said to Darla, like, you'll never be alone again, basically, Darla was triggered for sure. She knew what that meant. She knew where those words were coming from. And just instantly, in the middle of her big spiel trying to recruit this army, is now like, okay, where's Angel? Where is he? And obviously she doesn't find him, but the fact that Angel just misses, you know, the Darla that he knew, basically, this human version that he was trying so hard to save, and now he's trying to kill her. And I feel like Darla is going to try and kill Angel, but even when she says, I wonder what, you know, Wolfram and Hart's true project is for Angel, I have no idea what that would be. Obviously, we know they wanted Angel to turn bad, but for what? What was their goal? To recruit him as like another hitman that they have? But there's so many other vampires out there. Why are they specifically trying to get Angel? We saw Lila and Lindsay are now co-managers, basically co-vice presidents for this special projects role, as most of Wolfram and Hart's team was wiped out in the massacre. And I wasn't surprised that Lindsay and Lila were still alive. I figured they would keep somebody alive to keep the story going, because otherwise we would need a whole new villain, as we've had Wolfram and Hart, you know, in the background of season 1 and our villains through season 2 as well. So it would have seemed like a very abrupt end to our main, you know, rivalries throughout the series, and how Darla is basically just using them for their money and power, and compared again to a few episodes where she needed them when she was not in a position of power. But now that she's a vampire again, she's like, you know what, actually I'm calling the shots, because I can destroy you at a moment's notice if I really want to. And she may have the power, but she needs the money and connections, and obviously that's what they can bring to the table. And how she sees it as like a liaison role. She's like, oh yeah, you know, we'll just, you know, help each other out, and there's like this horrible plan that they have moving forward. Like, she's now the head of this special projects, basically. I feel like she's taken over for Holland, even though Lindsay and Lila have, you know, the role and the title officially from Wolfram and Hart. But Darla and Drusilla are most definitely calling the shots. I think this episode was a good continuation. Like these past 3 episodes have felt like they could have been all one long episode, as we pick up right where we left off basically. And I think they did a good job of continuing the story with Angel trying to get Darla, setting them on fire. Again, that was horrific. And elements of comedy as well, as we have, you know, Wesley and Cordelia and Gunn all showing up independently at the karaoke bar, getting drunk together, like commiserating and fighting and blaming each other, obviously. And Gunn kind of being like, if this is what you guys are like all the time, I don't want anything to do with it, as they're bickering back and forth and singing Queen. They did all initially go there to sing and to find out more information that guy provides, but not in this method. Not of them all 3 singing at once, and even they don't really get any information at the end. You know, they do a great rendition of We Are the Champions by Queen, and the guy just has like his jacket out for Cordelia's head as she gets a vision. So they didn't really achieve their goal, and I don't know what information they were hoping to get, but Cordelia's visions are obviously still very strong, and it's interesting to see the 3 of them continue what they were working on with Angel, but obviously without Angel, and obviously without his abilities. And they definitely miss that. Like, even when Cordelia's, you know, like, oh, okay, we have to climb this giant building and we can't track it like Angel used to, and they have to be a little bit more creative on how they, you know, are able to catch these demons and defeat them, basically. But they were still very much able to do the job. They were able to rescue that girl and kill the demon. And that last scene when Wesley comes down the stairs and basically is like, hey, you want to take a few months off to be brooding and, you know, figure your stuff out, go for it. I don't know how long this separation is going to be, but he's like, you take whatever time you need and we're going to continue doing this, because this is what they're meant to do, and they're not going to let people out there suffer, because Cordelia is going to get visions no matter what. That's not stopping, no matter what Angel's going through or mental state is going to be like. So they're going to continue, and he says, you know, fight the good fight, basically. And they're giving Angel space to continue to train and figure out what his next move is going to be, basically. I don't know what the next episode will be in store for Angel, to try and find ways to take out Darla and Drusilla. I don't know how many ways you can kill a vampire without actually killing them. Like, at some point, they're gonna die or he's gonna die. Like, we can only go in circles for so long. I hope they get back together. Like, I hope Angel realizes that he needs Cordelia and Wesley and Gunn and brings them back at some point. I can't see this being what goes on for the rest of the season or series. Like, that feels like way too long to have everything so separated. I'm hoping after Angel, you know, has some time, he realizes that he needs them. There's still this prophecy that Cordelia had that Gunn is going to be killed off. They haven't mentioned it in a while, but it's definitely still there in the background. Lila showing up with the wire, trying to, you know, entrap Lindsay, obviously didn't work, and he knew it from the start. And it's interesting to see how their competitiveness has become their advantage, and obviously that's how they both got the job. I fully believe Wolfram and Hart will kill one of them at some point, whatever, you know, the wind blows, basically, and they're having a bad day, they'll make that decision. But I know Darla and Drusilla were hoping one of them would be killed off, and it's interesting that they kept 2 alive, you know, just to fight out to the death again anyway. Cordelia was definitely blaming Darla for Angel's, you know, change in his mood and his behavior, and she was probably right. Like, I feel like this all started right when Darla came back, and like I said, it feels like a bad breakup, like he's been reminded of this person who meant so much to him, and then have her come back into his life, human, not human, just this crazy yo-yo back and forth, and with his heart, basically, and he is not taking it well. And I think it's just so torturous for him to have this hope and to have the hope taken away. And that's exactly what happened, you know, after the trials, and now he has to go through the process of killing her as a vampire. And I can't even imagine how horrible that's going to be for him, because even though he's burning her pictures and trying to kill her, he obviously still cares about her. I don't feel like he cares about much, but I think deep down he still cares about her, and maybe he's just pushing everything aside and doesn't want to talk to anybody, doesn't want to deal with it. He just wants to get through this really horrible situation. It was also interesting to have a lot of voiceovers from him this episode. I don't think he said an entire word on camera. Like, I feel like everything was voiceover. Even when Darla walks in and speaks directly to him, Not a peep. He doesn't say anything. He just flicks the cigarette. And when Wesley comes downstairs to talk to him, again, he's just focused on his goal. He's not even really paying attention. He doesn't turn around to look at Wesley. Nothing. He doesn't say a word. So that's interesting. And we've seen something similar in Buffy in the Gentleman episode where everybody loses the ability to speak. Overall, a good episode. It definitely felt like this part 3 of what we started, you know, in episode 9. And now we've kind of got a little bit of a conclusion. Obviously, Darla and Drusilla are still out there, injured now, but are still going to be causing chaos and are trying to recruit this demon army. So I feel like this battle between Darla and Angel is, you know, just going to continue. Lila and Lindsay are still alive, so obviously Wolfram and Hart are still in the picture. I really enjoyed the comedic elements of seeing, you know, Cordelia drunk at the bar and, you know, the three of them together commiserating, all losing their jobs and trying to make the best of it, but also blaming each other and fighting at the same time. And then it was so funny as soon as it cuts to the shot of them singing on stage. That was perfect timing. I'm very worried of what Angel's gonna do next. He's definitely gone to a dark place, and I don't know what can bring him out of this. Maybe just time. I don't think killing Darla is going to cheer him up, but who knows. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. This is the aftermath of this literal bloodbath. Rogue Demon Hunter, I thought we were going with. And her horrible, horrible vampire ways. He's got the moves, but not the jacket. Ooh! Spin move. Demon dunk. Haven't seen that in a minute. I can see your insides. Drunk vision, that can't be good. He said it wasn't ready to fight, so what does he do? Sets them on fire.